Hi, welcome. Ali here. This is yoga for the times when you feel like you're on high alert. You're running on overdrive. Maybe you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, or everything feels urgent. So, this practice will be used to decrease the arousal in your nervous system and help you down regulate into a more parasympathetic state. So, for some, it might feel comfortable to find a comfortable seat. For others, you might want to even stand up. Just trust your body through this process and do what's right for you in any given moment. And I'd like to start by just orienting to the room around you. So just take a look around your space, noticing what's here, noticing what's around you, the lighting, the objects. Notice if there's any adjustments you could make to feel a little more settled in your space. And then take a moment or two to settle in, to arrive. Now, it might feel challenging to sit still, but that's okay. We're going to move soon to help some of that arousal energy to be channeled to move through us. So let's get started. We'll start with a rocking. Forward, back, side to side. Notice how fast or slow you'd like to move. You might even want to add in other movements like arching your spine or drawing your shoulders back. Maybe even moving through the side bodies as you move side to side. Notice if you might want to move into the shoulders a little bit, rolling the shoulders out. And know that through this practice, please move and breathe in ways that feel right to you. My cues are just suggestions. You know what you need best. Even if it's not clear yet, that's okay. Notice if it might feel nice to warm up or roll out the wrists. You might stay here or start to roll out the elbows. You might stay there or start to shake a little bit. Maybe faster, maybe not. And then slowly seize your movements and come back to your seat or come back to a still place. And notice what it feels like after that movement. Kind of the reverberation of movement. Notice what's here now. And then whenever you're ready, let's join our palms together at heart center. As you inhale, reach your arms out and up overhead. As you exhale, bring the palms through to heart center. Inhale, reach out and up. See if you can go even a little bit slower. Exhale, palms come through. One more time. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, palms come through. This time, inhale, reach out and up. As you exhale, bring your right hand to the mat, reach up and over to the left, grounding through your left hip as you reach through the fingertips, maybe spiraling the ribcage open toward the sky just a little bit. Take another breath in, slow, steady breath out. As you inhale, come back up through the center, both arms to the sky. Exhale, switch it out. Grounding through the left fingertips and the right hip, and reaching through the right fingertips. Maybe even wiggling the fingers a little. Opening up the rib cage if that feels right. Take another breath in and a slow breath out. And release. As you inhale, come back through to center. And as you exhale, bring your palms through to your heart. And then place your fingertips on the floor out in front of you. If you're in your seat, if you're not, come to a seat and you can join me. And start to reach your fingertips forward, maybe bringing your head or your chest closer toward the ground. You can keep your fingertips kind of propped up. Maybe rocking a little bit side to side. You can stay here. You could walk the fingertips to the left, a little stretch through the right side body. And then walk the hands over to the right. And slowly release. Come back to center. And then slowly walk your hands in towards your body. Sit up nice and tall. If it feels right, take a deep breath in. And an even longer breath out. And just notice how you feel now. The reverberation or the after effects of those poses. And then when you're ready, we'll meet in a tabletop position. So coming onto all fours. And just take a moment once again to rock a little forward, back, side to side. Forward, back, side to side. And we'll do a little bit of breath to movement. So on your next inhale, reach your heart forward, let your belly drop, tailbone high, gaze lifts, cow pose. As you exhale, round your spine, pull your belly in, drop the head in the tailbone, cat. Inhale, heart forward, gaze forward, cow pose. Exhale, send your spine high for cat. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, spine high. And then slowly come back through to center. Let's walk the knees back a few inches. So coming into kind of like a modified plank or knees down plank. You can stay with your knees down. If you feel like you have a little more energy here, tuck your toes under, lift your knees for full plank. I'm going to keep my knees down. That feels better on my lower back today. So if your knees are down or if they're lifted, take a deep breath in. As you exhale, either press back to child's pose with the knees down or down dog with the knees lifted. As you inhale, come forward to plank or half plank. And as you exhale, press back to child's pose or down dog. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, take it back. One more time. Inhale forward. Exhale back. This time, inhale, come all the way forward. If your knees are lifted, you can drop them down. When you're ready, slowly lower all the way down to your belly and chest. Untuck the toes. Press all 10 toes into the mat. That helps find some engagement in your legs. Plant your hands underneath your shoulders, and as you inhale, lift your chest, baby cobra. See if you can draw the shoulders back so there's broadness through the collarbones. Notice if you can find a little more length through the back of the neck. Maybe the gaze is just about 6 inches in front of your mat or right at the edge of your mat. If you'd like, you could lift a little higher with your in-breath. And as you exhale, slowly come down. Press up to tabletop. And as you exhale, press back child's pose. If child's pose is a little challenging for your body today, you can stay lifted on your forearms and keep the hips lifted. Or you can send the hips all the way back, your choice. Option to take a conscious cycle of breath here. Noticing if you can really lengthen the exhale. And when you're ready, slowly come to downward facing dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back. Now you might take a moment to bend into each knee, pedal out the legs, maybe sway the hips a little side to side. And then when you're ready, bring your hands to meet your feet or your feet to meet your hands. Coming to a forward fold. Feet can be about hip distance apart, maybe wider. Put a nice, generous bend in the knees. Feel free to catch opposite elbows. And then you're welcome to sway a little side to side. Let the head hang heavy. Relax the arms down. And on your next inhale, slowly roll up. One vertebra at a time. Head comes up last. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Coming into mountain pose. Now first, I'll give you a moment to feel into your feet. You might start to rock a little forward and back. Coming onto the toes and then coming onto the heels. Maybe even lifting the heels up, stretching the tops of the feet, the ankles, soles. Then you might rock a little side to side. Coming to stillness whenever you're ready. Resting the hands wherever they are comfortable. If a little bit of a rock feels better than stillness, that's welcome. But I invite you to bring your awareness to the space where your feet and the mat meet. Can you sense, feel, or imagine the ground underneath your body, stabilizing you and your energy? As you inhale, imagine breathing all the way up through the feet to the crown of the head. As you exhale, imagine sending the breath all the way down the body to the soles of the feet. And slowly release, arms by your sides. As you inhale, reach the arms out and up. As you exhale, bend your knees, forward fold. Fingertips to shins. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale and fold. Inhale, reach out and up, all the way up to the sky, standing tall. As you exhale, palms come through to heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up and out. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, knees bend. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, palms meet at heart center. We'll take that one more time through. See if you can slow down the movement even more. There's no rush. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, slowly fold, knees are soft. Inhale, lengthen your spine, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, really nice. Come to the top of the mat if you're not there already. Lengthen your spine on your inhale. As you exhale, bend the knees and float the right foot to the back of your mat, finding a lunge. You can find a little bit of movement here, maybe rocking a little forward and back. And then as you come back through to center, either keep the knee lifted or drop the knee down. We'll take a twist. So right hand underneath your shoulder, maybe even to a block. Left hand to your left thigh, and begin to stack the left shoulder over the right. You can stay here or lift the left arm up toward the sky. Notice how the body feels in this twist. Take a deep breath in, slow breath out, and slowly release the left hand down. Lift your back knee if it's down, and then step the right foot forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. As you exhale, bend the knees and float the left foot back this time for your lunge. Again, you can rock a little forward, a little back, finding a little bit of movement. And then find center. Keep the knee lifted or drop it down. Left hand underneath your shoulder, right hand to your thigh. Begin to stack your shoulders. Again, you can stay here or lift the right arm to the sky. Maybe the gaze follows. Can you notice any areas where you're feeling sensation in your body? Maybe through the spine, through the twist, or through the belly. Maybe in the hips. Take another breath in. And as you exhale, release right hand down. Let's step the left foot forward whenever you're ready. Coming back to our forward fold. Let's pause here for a moment. You're welcome to catch opposite elbows once again. Let the arms dangle down. And then whenever you're ready, bend your knees enough so you can sit down on your mat. Extend the legs forward out in front of you. Make sure you have enough room to recline behind you. Reach your arms forward. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, slowly recline all the way down to your back. Take a moment to arrive in this new vantage point. You might notice the ground underneath your back, underneath your whole body. And then when you're ready, bend the knees, plant the feet flat. We'll take bridge pose. Scoot the shoulders underneath your back body. You can find what I like to call robot arms with a 90-degree at the elbow, fingertips pointing up toward the sky. Exhale the breath. And as you inhale, lift your hips. You might drop the hands down or interlace the fingers underneath the body. Maybe lifting the hips a little higher. Take another breath in here. As you exhale, slowly lower all the way down. Hips come down last. Bring the feet wide. Knock your knees in toward one another. Fallen bridge. Notice where you'd like to rest your hands, either by your sides or somewhere on your body. Maybe the belly or chest. Take a few moments to arrive in this new shape. Notice how your body feels now compared to when we first began. There's no right or wrong. Yoga is a practice of inner listening, of noticing. And we call it a practice because sometimes that's hard to do. And that's okay too. But with more practice, we develop more somatic awareness and ultimately a deeper relationship with our body so we can meet our needs as they arise. Let's move into a hip opening stretch, crossing the right ankle over the left knee, flexing at the toes. You can stay here or interlace your fingers behind your left thigh. Could stay there or even press the right thigh away with the right elbow. Notice if stillness feels right, or you could rock a little side to side or a little forward back, which might help you notice more sensation in that right hip. If not, that's okay too. Take 2 more cycles of breath here. Count them down if you need to. Last breath here. Inhale and exhale. And we'll switch out the legs. Crossing the left ankle over the right knee. Take a moment to set yourself up. This side might feel different, and that's okay. Notice if movement feels right or if stillness is calling. One more breath here. Slowly release. Notice if there's any movements or wiggles that want to happen with your legs. And then we'll take a twist here. Bring your right knee into your chest. Extend your left leg long on the mat. You can squeeze the knee in, give a little hug, rock a little side to side, just feeling into the hip. And then when you're ready, option to scoot the hips a little bit to the right as you guide the right knee across the body with the left hand for your twist. The right arm can extend out like a half cactus or half T. Gaze can stay up or it can shift over the right shoulder. See if you can slow down your breath here. Slow breath in. Even slower breath out. Slowly release. Come back through to center. Switch out your legs. Right leg extends long. Left knee bends in toward the chest. You can give yourself a little hug around the knee. Maybe rock a little side to side. And when you're ready, option to scoot the hips a little bit to the left. And then we will all guide the left knee across the body. Extending that left arm out if that feels right. Or really resting the arm anywhere. Gaze can stay skyward or over the left shoulder. Is it possible to slow down your breathing? A slow breath, and in particular, a slow exhale reminds the body, reminds the nervous system that we are okay, that we're safe, that it's okay to rest or relax even. Take one final slow cycle of breath here and now. And slowly release, come back through to center. Bring the knees to the chest, and you can rock a little side to side, maybe a little forward back, giving the lower back a little massage, a little love. And then we'll set up for our final pose. And we have three, actually multiple options here. You can find a traditional Shavasana, extending the legs down, relaxing the arms. Or you might choose to lie on your side in a supported fetal position. Or final option is to do legs up the wall. So scooting toward a wall that might be near you, scooting your hips right up against the wall, and then extending the legs skyward. And if you're in legs up the wall, I invite you to have a little bend in the knees so the legs can soften. Take a few moments to settle in. And then notice if there are any adjustments you can make to allow yourself to be 5 or even 10% more comfortable than you were before. Whether that's covering up with a blanket or finding a pillow, maybe dimming the lights. And then once your body is settled into its preferred position, I'll invite 3 breaths. Inhale through your nose, through nose or mouth, big breath out. If that felt supportive, again, inhale. Big breath out like you're releasing something. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Notice if you can soften any tension around the eyes or the forehead. And notice what feels different now. And if nothing feels different, that's okay. We're not aiming for calm, just a little more space. Maybe that's a little more space between our thoughts, or a little more spaciousness in the breaths that we take. You're welcome to stay here as long as you'd like. There is no rush. Take your time if you have it. As always, it's an honor and a privilege to guide you through this practice. We'll end with a simple thank you. Thank you.